Welcome back, everybody, to the Insightful Podcast. We gain insight in order to move forward in life. Today, we are joined by a very special guest, Mustafa. Mustafa, how you doing today?
How are you, brother?
Doing good. I'm excited for this one. We've been trying to plan it for a little
Yeah,
while now,
yeah, I'm
but
not gonna lie.
I'm grateful that we're here though now today, and you could kind of like go over your story and
Yeah, I
everything we're going to
wanted to
speak
start
about.
off by apologizing to you because I know we tried to plan this maybe two times before. One time, like,
Hmm.
I rescheduled a shoot. The other time, I think I was traveling, so I'm sorry, my brother. But we're finally made it
Yeah,
here.
no, Yeah, no worries, bro. Everything happens for a reason. I know we're gonna have a good episode today, so let's get into it. So, could you start off, I guess, by introducing yourself to the audience and kind of explaining who you are and what you do?
For sure, yeah. I mean, I guess there's two ways you can go about it. Like, from the outside perspective, I guess people view me as an influencer. I would label
Mm-hmm.
myself as an influencer for sure, but I feel like there's more that goes into it in terms of like you kind of develop a business mindset of like, okay, if you really want to take this full time, you kind of have to understand that, you know, you kind of
Mm-hmm.
differentiate the two. But yeah, an influencer, I would say so. Yeah, I'll
Mm-hmm.
take it. I don't really care. I feel like any label people give to me is fine. I feel like for me, I'm just a human, you know?
Yeah, I see that. So you feel like it's more important than just the label and like what you are, more like who
Yeah,
you are
yeah,
as a
yeah.
person.
Yeah. John Cena said one time, he said, we're just all human at the end of the day. You're just like a spot on you're just a grain of sand on a beach on a floating rock somewhere. I feel like we're very insignificant in a way, you know? But I'm an
Mm-hmm.
influencer.
For
Yeah,
sure.
bro.
So I guess when did you kind of get into like self improvement? Because you post like self improvement kind of related
Yeah,
content.
yeah. I got into it like, cause for me, like I started making content around 2020 COVID times. But prior to that, I was like creating just in general like videos. I would make like
Mm,
origami videos when I was a kid, stuff like that. My self-improvement journey didn't start up until I was 20 years old, I would say, right? And it was, let me turn this off. I kind of, it was my religion that steered me back towards, like, it started my whole self-improvement journey, for me at least.
mm-hmm,
Around when I was 19, 20, my second semester into my first year of college, yeah. I just kind of noticed, like, after, like, high school was just kind of, you know, high school, because I started content during high school, so I kind of was very blinded in a way, and I steered very far from my religion, right? And I'm not gonna go into my sins, but it was just very like dark time for me. And it
mm-hmm.
switched like it was the first day my friend took me to the mosque actually. First time I've been to a mosque. I grew up Muslim my entire life, right? First time I've been to a mosque was when I was 19. So, and that's where it all started for me.
I see. So was it something like you kind of realized that you just wanted to improve yourself overall as well?
Yeah. I realized like all I was doing was just kind of at the end of the day it was just like me smoking my life away, doing things I shouldn't be doing, right? And it made me feel guilty and like the devil gets in your head and he makes you think that like you're not even deserving to be or believe in God or pray or whatever. So once you understand that that's just the devil speaking to you, and that regardless of what you do, as long as you have that belief in God, like you're chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
There's a
no, I get
reflection on
that.
my glasses. Yeah, bro. How about you, bro?
So
Tell me a little about yourself, bro. Wow, what's going on,
for
bro? I gotta get to know
yeah,
Anthony.
for sure. No, usually it's just me doing the interviewing, but
I mean, but like,
other,
bro, let's have a conversation.
yeah, definitely get into it, bro. So I would say I started like self improvement seriously was like in 2022,
Hmm.
and I was working out before that, but more like I was just going to the gym, but I wasn't like focused on like building my mindset or kind of like understanding where I wanted to go with things in my life. So like in 2022, I kind of started posting content on TikTok and I started like reading more books, whatever the case may be. And then from there, it kind of just built into like going through things in life and realizing that these things they may be viewed as difficulties or struggles, but they were like shaping me into the person I was. So then I kind of just like started putting out content about self improvement. I have like a personal page as well, not just a podcast. And then eventually it kind of like segued into the podcast because I was doing the podcast with two other people before, and then they didn't want to do it anymore. So instead of like just quitting, I decided to like keep pushing forward and do it myself because I like love it for what it is. I love meeting new people. I love hearing from others' experiences. And usually every time like I leave an episode speaking to a new person, I take something away from it, and the goal is to hopefully that the person listening as well can take something away from it. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
For sure, bro. And I just wanted to say, like, everything you're doing, bro, you're doing an amazing job. The consistency and everything. Very good job, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I respect it when I see it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, when you're going through it as well, and like you're grinding, hustling, you see somebody else doing it, it's like respect. Like, regardless of whatever, like fame, size, I like that shit doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day, if somebody's
Hmm.
working hard and I'm working hard and we're both human, bro, like I respect it. For
Yeah,
sure, bro. Then.
100%. And I love being in like the space of like the podcast because it's like you're saying you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people that are all trying to achieve like similar things, and you can't help but like look at the next person and be inspired. And it's like you're saying they could have a million followers or they could have 50 followers, but if they're
Mhm.
trying and they're putting themselves out there, it just brings me like a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, you can't knock it. You can't knock it. If you're doing it and you know how that feels, you can't knock it. It's only the people that aren't doing it that they're the ones saying like or saying some stuff, because they don't even know what it feels like to put themselves out there like me and you do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. 100%. When
Hmm.
were you like posting, bro, and then you started to see it was like taking off?
So like in terms of just virality or like content that I was proud of, like
I guess
taking
like
it somewhere.
yeah, I would say taking it somewhere, like it actually going
Oh,
places.
okay, yeah. So I'll start off with like the first time, which was like just a random like when COVID hit, whatever. I posted like a random video. I think it got like 300,000 views. And I was like, oh shit, like this is fire, right? No money, nothing being made. But then I stayed consistent because I just like liked creating videos, so, like dumb skits, like voiceovers, whatever. And like that's when it started. But then after that first video, nothing for like, man, I say 3, 4 months, and then one more video did. And then you kind of understand how to gauge like, okay, these type of videos work, these don't. So I should stick to this type of video and then keep going, keep going, keep going. I landed, it was like my first somewhat brand deal, just
Mm,
just an affiliation for this clothing brand. And my brother, like at this point, I was like 2 years deep. I had like almost a million followers, and I hadn't done any like brand deals or anything. I was just like posting videos, posting videos. And my brother was like, "Yo, you should reach out to this company. They make like it was like soccer kits and stuff like that. You choose
mm,
because we used to like, we have so many soccer kids growing up. We love soccer, whatever. He's like, you should just reach out to them and see like if you could work with them. I was like, no way it's gonna work. So he reached out to them for me. Like he wrote the email, whatever. And then I got it, subhanAllah, and I was like, "What? Okay, let's try this." Got something for free, did it, got some sort of commission out of it. But then I was like, "Whoa, like you can actually go somewhere with this, right?" So then from there, you
yeah.
kind of, like you said, once I just double down on it, right, and then you keep going, keep going, keep going.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like around 22, 2022, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So you've always been into soccer, bro?
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah, my whole life. Hala Madrid, bro. I don't know if you know, bro, but like, do you watch soccer at all? Or no.
I don't watch soccer consistently, but I do like check scores and watch highlights
Yeah,
from time
yeah,
to
yeah.
time. And then
Fair.
especially if it's like the World Cup or Euro Cup, I'm
Yeah,
watching.
yeah, yeah. I feel like it's
Yeah.
getting more of a like maybe you growing up, but like lately you've probably been like getting more information about soccer. It's definitely more global than it's ever been, which is crazy because it's always been global, right? For me at
Yeah.
least. But like America is finally like, and since it's coming next year to America, like America's actually
Yes.
getting a taste of what it's, bro, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I can't
Are
wait.
you
I'm
gonna
gonna be
try
at
to
like,
are you gonna
yes,
I was about to ask, are you gonna be at some games?
yes, yes. The finals in New Jersey, right? And my family lives here, like near Boston, so it's not a bad drive. Not even like an hour flight, so whatever. I'm gonna try to get as much as possible out of it, you know. If I'm here by then, let's
100%.
see.
Yeah. You've been doing a lot of traveling recently, no?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, a little too much. a little too much.
What made you
But
travel a lot? Is it something like you've always wanted to do, or
like not really, to be honest. I feel like in my later stages of my life, it's something that I wanted to do more, and because I have the ability to, I, I I think of it like why not? And I love solo traveling, right? I started doing that way more. It's a very nice experience. Like once I did it one time, I feel like there's no going back. To be honest, it's just so nice by yourself.
hmm what do you
It
think
was
is,
the
I guess,
culture.
like the major differences
So
from
for
like solo
me,
traveling versus group traveling?
like okay, responsibility. I literally have to just mind my own, right? Like it's just me myself in the airport. I don't have to worry about nobody going to the bathroom, nobody doing this, nobody doing that, right? And it's mainly like with like family and stuff. Well, I don't hate it. It's just like there's separate trips I take with my family, separate trips I take alone, right? So
Mm,
yeah, bro.
I see. What has been like like your favorite place you've traveled to as of late?
Recently, recently I went to Costa Rica. Costa Rica by far the best hands down place I've been to in terms of just like nature, culture. So like the culture is unreal, the hospitality is unreal. It's like a straight up jungle there, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and for me, that's my vibe. Beaches, like just greenery, nice. It was like the rainy season too, which people would like hate. But the thing is, like in Central America, it's like it's not like if you look at the weather on the maps, it says raining every day. But then you go there, it's like literally on and off, right? So like after 12, it would start raining a little bit, pour down for like
Mm,
10 minutes, stop, and then sun. It's just beautiful. Costa
that's
Rica,
sick,
a
bro.
second close, Iceland. Iceland was crazy. Iceland, like I don't know, like I posted a vlog about it, and like that whole thing was like a movie, to be honest. Like if people like are interested, like go watch just the intro in itself, you'd be like, that's insane. Like what's there, the beach is there, the black sand beach, it's crazy. Yeah, bro. I've been to Colombia. Colombia was a solo one too. Colombia was beautiful, but
Oh
Colombia,
yeah.
I got robbed in Colombia, bro.
Do you mind telling that story? How that happened?
Nah, I don't mind, bro. I have it in the YouTube video too, but so I was on the beach, right? And let me recall this correctly. I was on the beach, and like this wasn't a private beach. It was just like a public beach, like anybody could go to it, right? And it was right in front of the B&B I was staying at. So I literally went there. I had a bunch of brand deals sorry, like just a branded shoes like for a lot of companies and stuff. And I was like, it's my spring break. At the time, I had one class I was taking in person, like here, and everything else was online. And I didn't know I had spring break, so I was like, okay, 2 days before it, I was like, man, I gotta bang out all these videos. I gotta go somewhere. Colombia. Like, why not? It was between Colombia and Hawaii. And then I told everybody I told everybody like last second I was going because I booked it last second. So everybody's like, why are you doing this? Like, you're stupid. Colombia's dangerous, bro. What are you doing? My parents were tripping out. I was like, nah, I'll be fine. And I was fine for the most part. Like, okay, one bad person, because I know, like, I'm as a Muslim, just because you have one bad person in your community and right, your country's known as this like there's like one of the most dangerous countries in the world, technically, Colombia, right? And it's getting safer. Just
Mm-hmm.
because you have like these bad group of people doesn't mean it's the whole country, right? And for me, Colombia's always been so beautiful too, right? I went to Cartagena. So I go there, I bang out all the videos and I have like finals. So like my finals week technically, because I was for my online classes, because it was an 8 week course. My second to last day, it was a Champions League game, Real Madrid versus Atletico at 3 p.m. Listen to this, bro. 12 around, I go down, right? I banged out all my work. I still have the final exam due that same night. I go down, chilling at the beach, right? Reading, whatever, whatever. Worked out, head in the water. The water is like really flat, right? Like kind of slanted, but you have to go really far to like get it to like here, whatever. But I'm not stupid,
Mm-hmm.
so the whole time I'm looking like behind me, checking whoever's there, whatever, whatever. There's like a lady with her child like next to me and some old dude. And there's like this sand hill behind us all. So I just see these like three kids, like they look like kids. I was told they were like 16, 17, standing on top of like this sand hill, right? On the sand hill. And then I see them looking around. I'm like, okay, this looks kind of suspicious. Let me start walking back. I had my camera there, my phone was there, and like in my bag, right? and then I had a tripod, shirt,
Mhm.
whatever, just like stuff for the beach. Laying on the beach, right? And then I'm like, let me start walking back. I start walking back. The water gets like my knees, calves area to the point where I can kind of start running, right? So they notice that and they just jump like on all fours. I just see
Damn.
them jump on all fours, running towards my shit. Three of them. I'm like, bro, like straight out of like I said in the video straight out of Naruto, like these guys are like shinobi ninjas, I swear, bro. And long story short, like so three of them, two of them pick up some stuff, run in different directions. Third dude has I don't know, he has a machete, right? So they carry these big ass machetes there. They don't have like sorry, this motion was
Holy
terrible.
shit.
Yeah, they carry these like because they like I don't know, I don't they have guns there for sure. But like even in Costa Rica, it's like machetes. Like it's just their thing, like machetes. Like I don't know, in the UK it's like they call them shanks, but it's just like a big ass sword, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he's like a kid, right? And like I don't know if he's never done this before, but I don't. He was just like very shaky. So in a situation where I can go take it out of his hand and like at the like I'm a 6'1" man at the time. I was pretty bulked up, like 200 something pounds, skinny, 16-year-old, maybe 5'6", right? Whip out the kung fu on this guy, right? I grew up watching Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, love all that. But like it wasn't like I beat this guy up. No, it's like I took the sword and the machete, and tossed it in the water because I don't know, like off instinct. I look up two different directions. I didn't have my glasses on, but I see the dude like he's like running and like my bag is swinging, right? So I'm like, I don't remember what I had in the bag. I remember the camera was in the bag and I was like, all my footage is in there. So I start like barefoot running it, like just booking it after this dude. And like I'm pretty fast. Like again, grew up soccer my whole life, long ass legs, right? But this dude's booking it too, and he's already like really far. So I start catching up to him, and he's like, he knows he's kind of fucked in a way. Excuse my language. Sorry, I don't know if I can cuss here. He knows he's kind of fucked
No,
in a
you could
way.
swear, bro. It's okay.
Sorry, I bet, bro. So there's like I don't know. They have people set up for like situations like this, especially because I know in Cartagena it happens a lot. Apparently, like literally masked
Mhm.
up people, like in not like ski mask. I have it in the video. Like I showed it, and they have machetes too. So like the civilians start noticing I'm chasing this dude, and he has my bag. They start grabbing him, beating his ass. I'm like, bro, I start feeling bad for the kid in a way, right?
Damn.
Yeah, literally. So, and okay, kind of in a way, I joined in a little bit because I'm like trying to take my bag off of him, but it wasn't like a wait, like you just robbed me, bro. Like what's going on? And in my head, I'm just like everybody's natural instinct. Like, what are you doing, bro? But then eventually, like I get my
100%.
bag, but they're going in. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, pause. This is not what it is. Like, give the dude a little like smack on the back or something, but like not like full on. Like, bro, it's like very graphic, right? And the police came, which was the worst thing. The police in Colombia, I'm not gonna lie to you, the corruption is insane, right? Like I'm not like it's very bad. Like the police, they're very old system, right? So nothing is like it is computer, but everything's printed paper, and nobody speaks English in Colombia, bro. So me and Google Translate were there, literally like it was crazy. Like my phone was on 3%, and I was trying to watch the Champions League game. Keep in mind. So I found a
The
charger.
whole
I'm
time the
trans
Champions League game is
Bro,
happening.
if you seen the video, me and the cop behind me was watching with me. He was like, well, "What's the score, bro?" and stuff like that. Literally. So, yeah, I was in the police station for like it was like 2 to 3 p.m. because it was like the time the game started. It happened, the occurrence, the incident, whatever the fuck it is. And then from then on to like 11 p.m., I got home, bro, and I had my final due. So I was
Holy.
like, yeah, but I like imagine explaining this to my professor. I literally did. I just half-assed
Mhm.
the assignment and sent it in. I was like, I'm not even gonna like bother. But yeah, bro. But I felt like at the whole time I was telling them like, okay, like, can you let the kids out? Because for me, I didn't care, and I was just trying to go home. Right? I didn't like really give a
Yeah.
shit. Like you, like like for me, it came to a point like I understand why you did what you did, and like alhamdulillah, I have a very good perspective on life where I know what that upbringing somewhat is like. Not maybe specifically, but I was an immigrant. I moved here when I was around 7, 8. Like I watched my parents kind of go through it in a way, like growing up, right? And
Mhm.
rough upbringing. Like I'm not gonna judge you for what like it's wrong. We all know it's wrong, but I forgive you, and I don't really care at the end of the day. Like it's not the end of the world. If you took my phone, if you took the camera, shit happens. You know, like I'm not like They did end up taking my shirt and my tripod though, which I was fucked because I had more shoots to do. Didn't have a tripod, and I was shirtless the whole time, bro. So everybody thinks I was like thirst trapping or some shit, but I wasn't. I didn't have a
It
fucking
wasn't
shirt.
on purpose.
Whatever, bro. Everybody
Damn,
got
that's
something to
crazy,
say.
bro. So
Yeah, bro.
that happened in the afternoon, and you were there all the way till 11, eh?
All the way, and then like, bro, they took me to like this jurisdiction's office. I was fat, so it was during Ramadan too. So you know what Ramadan is?
Yes, yeah,
Ramadan. I was fasting.
yep.
I hadn't eaten a single thing, no sip of water. The cops were nice enough to like they understood at the end of the day, and like they brought me some food. And the like I ended up the kid that brought the main kid that they had held up that had my bag. I ended up like dabbing him up and stuff like that. And his mom was nice enough. She also understood. She came and brought me some water and some rice and stuff. Which is like if you think about it,
Oh,
like
that's nice.
how can I be mad at them? Like they're good people. The kid's like 16. He just made a mistake. I don't really care. Like we
Exactly.
ended up like if you seen the video, me and the cop, the one that brought me food, we went to play soccer the next day. I also have one more thing to say about this. We went to play soccer the next day. Like I befriended him. We did a push-up contest while the kid was there as well. Like everything's blurred out, of course, their faces. But the kid was sitting there with his mom, and then, like he was feeding his little sister and stuff, and like they were smiling. So I don't know, it was kind of nice in a way. The cops though they try offering me weed and cocaine, bro. So talk about corruption, bro. That's
Really?
corruption. Like, unless there was a test, like unless they were like, here, like take it, or like, and then if I was like, yeah, yeah, and then they try to get me with something, but I was like, nah, like no, no. But that's literally what happened. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, the best thing in that scenario is like that's crazy that they would offer you that, but it's like you're saying it
Yeah.
might have been a test, who knows?
Like, yeah, and I couldn't just up and leave the police station, but like these guys are like, man, the police there, like not maybe not the city police, but like the main guys, they walk around with AKs, right, camo, everything, and like the street just like chilling, like oh sorry, in the city, just posted just in case some shit was about to go down, bro. But they're all corrupt, I feel like.
Mhm.
And I had a court date. I was supposed to show up there. I mean I couldn't because I came back to the US. So I don't think I could really go back to Colombia. I don't know if that's how it works, but that's my story with Colombia, bro. But beautiful. Like besides that, like don't take anything I said like as that's what Colombia is. Colombia is so beautiful. Um, I love Colombia. It was fire.
Mhm. Do you have any other places you want to travel to soon? Or are you gonna take a break from traveling?
Man, nah. Listen. I came back here and I'm already kind of like I gotta leave. Like for me, like I wanna like really move out in a way where like spend months somewhere instead of just like a few weeks and stuff. Right?
Mm.
But like so I'm playing like I'm fortunately I'm in a position where I can like now kind of take my parents somewhere they've always wanted to been as well. And my mom said Switzerland. My dad wants to go to Turkey and stuff. So planning those out accordingly. And
Oh, nice,
yeah,
bro.
Bali's been on a list for me for a while. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Costa Rica
How does it feel,
Costa
bro,
Rica's
that
nice.
you're
Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
Mhm. How did
Go.
How does it feel now that like you can do stuff like this? Like maybe growing up you couldn't or something, but now that you've like positioned yourself in a way where that these things are a possibility, like how does it feel? Did you ever think you would be in a position like this? Like I guess with freedom?
If um yes, because I always knew like for me at least, like man, I grew up hustling. Like bro, like I grew up hustling. Like, it wasn't like let's say if it wasn't like astaghfirullah, it wasn't like the best more
It was about like how you feel now. You were telling me about how you always grew up hustling and stuff.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Like for me, like I had jobs growing up, like and like man, it really opened my eyes to like for me at least I don't like being a repetitive doing a repetitive thing. So I worked at Wendy's. It's the same thing every day, right? And I got like
Mhm.
it made me depressed, bro. I don't know what it was. And then I started working at this ice cream stand. It literally made me depressed just working there. Like I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. And I could bear it. Like I wasn't like I couldn't take it. Like I could work every day, no problem, no issues. Ice cream stand, where else? The gym I worked. The gym was kind of nicer in a way because it's like nice, but I got kicked out of there. And then GNC, I started working there, which is crazy because I work with GNC now, but like through collaborations, but like GNC, and then I had an internship for my mechanical engineering, which fully made me realize like that was a full 9 to 5, and I was doing that when I was um 19, right? And that like the switch I made from when I quit that job to go full time into content, um, it makes me feel like in a way it's nice and it's amazing feeling to have because now it's like my creativity is what's paying it off. But at times I feel like I'm my biggest critic and I feel like I'm undeserving of it in a way. Like I feel like
Mm,
sometimes I'll do it and I feel like man, but like it makes me feel bad that I can't have everybody else doing it with me. So I feel like I don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends and stuff like that who like let's say like and this is the reality of my like where like how I live right now. A lot of my friends
yeah.
that I grew up with, like if I'm like, let's go do something, it's very hard for them to get those days off of work and stuff like that. Where for me, I can just, of course, I can literally go and work there in a way, which makes me feel, I don't, it makes me feel bad. I don't know how to explain it.
Is it kind of like, I guess, like an imposter syndrome where like you almost like you're saying you feel undeserving of it, of the
Is
success?
that what imposter syndrome is?
Yeah, it's basically like when you like, I guess, finally achieve the
Probably.
goals that you like set out on yourself, and once you're there, you almost feel like you're undeserving of them.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know what imposter syndrome actually meant, but now that you put it that way, probably.
Yeah.
Like, and this is just me speaking, like, I speak in the present, so this is like what it is right now for me. And
Mm-hmm.
like, it wasn't like that, like 6 months ago, right? Or like, of like 3 months ago, it wasn't like that. But now, like, I don't know. I kind of like my whole goal now is to like even double down even more so that I can bring these people up with me. I don't know if that's the healthiest
Yeah.
way to do it, but like, man, if I could give somebody like an opportunity to do something that they're good at and maybe help me or even just do it themselves or even like just bring them with me because I know they add value
Yeah.
some sort of way, right? That would be amazing for me. Cause like,
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I realized like reaching my goals, it's like, what are my goals for myself? Fuck that, bro. Like for me, I don't really give a shit, bro. Like about my in a way, like I don't not give a shit about myself, but I'd rather take like what makes me truly happy is like for me, my purpose in life, and I'm gonna say this to everybody, should be a purpose outside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's my
Yeah.
parents, right? So like, my goal is to do like whatever I can to make my parents happy, right? And kind of give them a more comfortable life than what they're growing up with. So what they grew up with and what they still deal with to this day. Like there's difficulties in our lives, especially us being first generation, and them kind of is a second generation, right? Where they're not born here, right? They don't speak the language, there's a language barrier. Their jobs aren't the best in a way. So I kind of want to provide for that as much as possible. That's my goal now. Besides like any goal for myself, I feel like it's good to have, but it isn't the purpose.
Mm-hmm. Do
Yeah,
you
bro.
find it easier to like be disciplined because the purpose is outside of yourself and not just a selfish reason?
Do I find it to be more? No, I feel like no. I feel like when you have that purpose, I feel like what makes you disciplined is what you do, like the actions you do. Sorry, the actions you make moving forward to how you achieve that purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like your purpose can either make or break you because if your purpose is big enough, it's gonna apply so much pressure on you to the point where it's like it's either gonna make or break you, and that all depends on the way you live, right? And like your morals, how that's when it comes down to personal. Because if your purpose is outside of yourself, how can you make yourself the best, like you said, the best version of yourself to achieve that? And it's not
Yeah.
like that doesn't make me disciplined. What makes me disciplined is what I do to make me disciplined, right? I
I
don't
see
feel
it
like
separate.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
I tried it for the longest like that, where I was like, oh, because I have this purpose, I should be doing this, and like the pressure aspect of it got too much to the point where it's like, it's so much pressure, I can't even like do it, right? But in reality, if you
Yeah.
just kind of have a schedule in a way, or like you do things in a certain way. That's what discipline is. I feel like something easy to follow that you could do every day, and you can make it as convenient as possible for you.
I see.
Motivates discipline.
Hmm. So is there any area, well, actually I wanted to ask you this because I seen you posting about it. You just started a business recently, right?
Yes, yes, I did.
S-
I
So
I
how's that
started.
going so
So
far, bro?
alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Like, thank God, bro. I had a vision, and like, man, when I told the people, like my parents, this vision, they thought I was like, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my parents are uneducated in a way where it's like not uneducated. I'm sorry, not. I'm sorry, parents. Listen, what I started was a kihl brand, right? Kihl is you guys call it coal. I don't know. Kihl. It's pretty much. I say it's not an eyeliner, and it isn't. But people would label it as a cosmetic eyeliner that is powdered in a powdered form. For us, culturally, it's been in our culture for the longest time, right? It was used to like prevent from sand going in your eye, like since we live in the desert, so on and so forth. Protect your eyes from the sun's rays. It's been said to do these things, and in our religion, it is a sunnah. What is considered a sunnah is something that our prophet did. We must follow. So the way he prays, we follow that. He said to use ithmid, as it is good for your eyes and helps your vision, so on and so forth. Religiously, that's just factual, right? Man, so when I started posting about it, and I used it like kind of my whole life too. Just like my mom did it to me when I was younger, because like a lot of Arab kids or Muslim kids, it happens to them when they're younger, right? They
Hmm.
just do it like when they're babies and stuff. There's probably pictures of like and you take pictures. It's like not a ceremonial thing, but it's just a thing that happens. And I grew up doing it. So when I started posting videos about it, it was very like I realized it was like a market, like not a market, like it was a very uneducated group of people that were also Muslim that didn't know this thing was a sunnah. So I looked at it as like a market of like educating people who don't, or like even our people who don't know that this is a sunnah that is being forgotten, genuinely being forgotten in our religion specifically.
Hmm.
I don't know, shorty walking around, very weird. Yeah, so it's been forgotten. I don't know. It's been forgotten, and I something I have passionate about because it got me very like you okay, you can I don't care what people label me as, but when you come for the religion and you genuinely have a misunderstanding of it, call me gay, call me feminine, whatever, but don't fail to realize that this is in the same religion you follow. So what you're saying right here about like this thing making me more feminine, making me more gay. Astaghfirullah, bro. Yani, that's like, what are you kind of talking about? This is your religion. So that that passion kind of came to me where like, man, if I do something, I might as well do something related to my religion. I have passionate about and can match my entrepreneurial like kind of vision in a way, right? So that's kind of
Yeah.
what but the thing with that is very difficult to source. That is. So back in the day, our bodies were made differently in a way that like you could withstand the properties in ithmid. So ithmid is a property like a metal, sorry, an ore. It comes from an ore, right? Crushed down
Hmm.
into a fine powder, right? But it has like other heavy metals inside of it. But our bodies back in the day when we used to use it were tougher in a way, right? We're growing weaker as like more generations just because we're making everything more of a convenience for us. Everything's more comfortable. We don't really have to go outside as much. We're not exposed to all these things, right? So
100%.
our body can withstand it. So now, um, since like for me, I feel like I'll be fine regardless. Like if I take, because I grew up just doing it and I never had any sort of side effects or anything. But you need to purify it. So what I realized was a lot of these kehl brands as well have, and like a lot of these kehl brands don't even test or purify their products or their kehl, right? So for like the last year straight, I've been trying to find a reliable supplier, and alhamdulillah, I finally landed one who has proper testing through the FDA and through the Saudi government as well, because Saudi really cracked down on it after COVID. There was like 14 companies that didn't even get any testing done. Didn't even get any testing done, nothing, and they all got shut down. So now in Saudi, they're doubling down on just regulation for just in general or cosmetics in general, right? because you
Mhm.
can't really mess with that in a way. Like, 'cause at the end of the day, somebody's putting something near their eye, and I knew that like if I wanted to do this, I had to do it the right way because that's what my dad like kind of was like gave me backlash on at the beginning was like it's not gonna work like but it's just like it's kind of you're putting like and he just didn't believe in it in general like he just I don't know it's very old mindset so I made sure I did it right got all paperwork certifications everything and then when it was ready I had one video ready for like so long right record like voiceover recorder everything posted it and alhamdulillah like everything went according to how I saw it in my vision. And like, this just goes to show when you're very passionate about something and like you can really see it. Like I saw it, nobody else saw it. And I knew like everybody like saying, yeah. Now it's like, oh, like I remember you telling me this like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever, 2 weeks ago before it started. Like I like congratulations, whatever. But it wasn't like that when I brought it to them originally. So like, bro, don't let nobody tell you no about anything. Like if you believe it, bro, it's like tunnel vision and like lock in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Have you always been like that, bro, where you don't let, I guess, other people's opinions get to
No.
you?
Oh, that? No. So like I grew up not giving a fuck. You kind of hit an age, 16, 17, you start caring about what girls think. I start working out, my body looks nice, whatever. I got exposed to social media at a young age, right? And that's like
Mhm.
okay, first of all, the girl thing, like astaghfirullah, that was just the old me. I repented. Alhamdulillah. Like I'm a changed person. Best. Yeah, so that was that. And then like you kind of expose yourself to social media and stuff. And like you just get viewpoints from everybody. And I didn't care about like literally like trolls and stuff because I grew up a troll, right? In the comment section, whatever. I could give a fuck. It's
Yeah.
only when it comes to like I remember when I'd walk through school and stuff, like you kind of sense eyes looking at you. And I never was like I don't genuinely I have no friends I have from high school in terms of like a few maybe I played soccer with, but these are like very distant in a way, and we talk and we're just good acquaintances. And like I have friends for sure, but most of my true friends I like are Arab and they grew up like near me, or I know them just from a long time ago. But you can sense eyes like staring at you when you're walking through the halls and stuff, and it's just like people could like just like all like because technically like a pretty boy in a way, so I get called like feminine, whatever at the time. I don't know if
Mhm.
I don't know if that's the stigma nowadays. I don't think I'm as pretty as I used to be. I feel like I'm an older man, but like that's what I was like in a way, and it was like, oh, this dude, yeah, whatever. And, like I don't like being in that spotlight personally in public or just in general. Like it's very weird. So I would stay like the class would I would come so late to class, so the halls would be empty. I'd wait for everybody to leave the class, and then I would leave the class because the halls would get like jam packed, right? Sometimes I'd literally not show up to like the first two classes. Like it got bad. Like that was senior year, like after COVID. So then I started kind of caring, like because it was like because I wanted it to be more like private, and then just judgments were like everywhere around me in a way. My family, and like not my family so much, my friends, like they would send videos in group chats of like mine, and I'll be like laughing at it or whatever. I'm like, bro, like I bet you're not laughing now at the end of the day, right? But like at the time, it's like I don't know. It just felt like weird. Yeah, then I cared at that time, so I kind of like it. Kind of my creativity dialed down so much, and then you kind of like I said when I started my self improvement journey in like 2020, because I was like very bad, right? Like I was in the gutter at that point.
Yeah.
I kind of started like my relationship with God and my relationship with myself, knowing who I truly am, and like once I kind of got comfortable with who I am and like that point, I felt like that's when it's totally switched for me, bro. Like it just went back up. It was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, no,
Am
it's
I
crazy
talking too
because
much, bro?
no, bro, that's the whole point, bro. We're trying to get to hear your story. I was gonna say that was kind of like me, bro. I remember I avoided posting on Instagram for so long, even though I wanted to, just because I was afraid of like the little comments you would hear, or maybe someone sending your video to
Mm-hmm.
yourself
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's like, bro, it's totally not worth it. It's like imagine you let those things get to you, you wouldn't be in this position today, right?
Facts. Literally, like, and like, I was blinded to that because I never had that feeling until you actually like firsthand experience it from people. And then that once you get that one time, Like I don't even want to do this anymore. But then
Yeah.
you realize like the only way to make it in, and like I feel like the only way to make it in this kind of industry is if you're not cringe to like at least a few people, and like if you're not cringe in general, I feel like you putting yourself out there on a camera. At the end of the day, what me and you are doing is cringe in a way, and somebody will find it cringe, and it is. I'm comfortable in that feeling now to a point where I don't really
Yeah.
care. Like I've done it enough. Like the more you do it, the more you expose yourself, the more your fear shrinks of it, right? That's always what I say. Like the more you do something, if you're scared of like, let's say, uh, talking to a girl, let's say, the more you talk to a girl, the more you get comfortable with it, and then you kind of don't have trouble talking to a girl because that fear, the more with more exposure, fear shrinks, pretty much, bro.
Mhm.
So the more you do it, the
100%.
better you get at it. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like you
yeah,
don't
bro.
want that to be the reason why you don't do something you're passionate about, right?
Yeah, exactly. Then that's gonna burn you even more, bro. Like,
Yeah. Then you're
it's,
gonna live with a lot of regret.
mm-hmm.
Yo,
And
I
once
have
you
a
start
question
reaping
for
the
you that.
benefits, yeah, bro.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I
My
said once you
question's
start
kind of off
reaping,
topic.
okay, once you start reaping this last thing, once you start reaping the benefits of it, even like 1%, and you get somebody saying, okay, I'm proud of what you did to reap these benefits, or just kind of some sort of that energy, it makes you double down even more. So, like I said, bro, it's just so much pressure in this thing that we're doing that it can go this way or that way, and like you can make you or break you, bro. You
Hmm.
know, let's go.
Yeah,
You
for
can go
my
ahead, bro.
question, bro, it kind of builds off that, and it's what is, I guess, like one piece of advice you would give to someone listening right now that wants to do something similar to you? Would it be that to stop caring about how others view them, or would it be something else?
Everybody knows that though, you know. Everybody knows
Mm,
like okay, like you know what you have to do. You know you have to stop caring what people think. You know you have to just start today, right? You could literally start today. Everybody knows like what I always say is start before you're ready. But even that, like everybody knows that at the end of the day, start before you're ready. Like in a way where it's like you don't have to have the full knowledge about something if you know about 70, 60%. Sometimes the less you know, the better, in my opinion, right?
yeah.
But my main thing is going into like this. Like when I went to Jersey, I had to shoot with like this hair company. Now, my boys, I love those people because they taught me so much. They, Khalid, the owner, he's like, we were in the car. He was driving. He said, like, the only advice I give you is go into everything with pure intentions, and Allah will reward you, right? And pure intentions, as in like I met you. I'm not a dickhead. I'm not an asshole. Like I treat you like I treat anybody else on the street. Like I treat literally like anything. Anybody, right? I don't separate anything for anybody. Good intentions with everybody. I really have no ill intent towards anybody. Like I feel like once you grow out of that, oh revenge, whatever, whatever. Like that's the best advice I can give anybody. Go into everything with pure intentions, and you will get rewarded for it. If you go into something wanting a shortcut and like some easy cheat code, R1, R2, X, left, right, up, down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how life works.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna get fucked. If you go into it with pure intentions, you're fine.
I like that, bro, because
Yeah.
if you approach every situation like that, no matter what it might be, no matter what area of life, it's like the outcome is going to be, even if the outcome is bad, you at least you know within yourself that you approached it with pure intentions, like you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you'll be fine with yourself doing that because it's like, what else can you have done?
Exactly.
Somebody cuts you off. I mean, like I tried. Like even if I've done mistakes, I will go back to you and I've been so like to people like nowadays. I've been telling everybody like I love you, whatever. I was just trying to be very close to people around me, just like in case anything ever was to happen. I know I tried my best and I'm not a shitty person, because I was a shitty person and I'm not that person anymore.
Hmm.
So I want to make that clear to the world. I I'm a fuck up that is fixed in a way or trying to be fixed.
Hmm. That's perfect, bro. For my last question, I ask this to every single guest, and that is, Mustafa, how do you want to be remembered?
You know what's crazy? I got so a UAE stories like article, a magazine, Imarat. They asked me the same question for their magazine. I think they put it out today. They asked me the same question. I said I feel like legacy is really useless in a way.
Mm,
Like I don't know, being remembered. I don't want to be remembered as yo, you're that guy. Like he's the guy that did this. Like okay, not like he's the thirst trapper from TikTok. He's the this guy that did this. I feel like what I want to be remembered is having some sort of inspirational impact personally on somebody's life that they're like, oh, he did this for me, not like he's that guy known for that, you know?
yeah.
So whatever motivation, like if somebody took something from this, again, I'm like really nobody at the end of the day, right? I feel like 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 I said, I feel like I'm undeserving of everything, so it's kind of hard for me to process what I have in a way. So if somebody, at least one person, takes something away from this, that's what I want to be remembered as, and for that person. So individually, I don't want the whole world being like Mustafa's that, and no, like one person. And if it's like individually 100 people that, yo, this guy helped me did this. Like whenever I get DMs like that, that's what makes me feel like happy. Like you got me in the gym, or like this dude the other day, he's like, oh man, I just graduated college. He's from the UK. His name's Jack. I can't say his name because I don't want to put him out there. But so he's just like he's graduated college. He's been going through it. He's like, can we call? I called him. Like I was like, okay, bet, bro. Like I have never. Sorry, the dude was in my community, my free community, literally like for free. I don't even run it anymore, just because the people I got so close with, we just talk now, and like I don't even run it anymore. Like it's just me and the people that I got close with, and that's it. And he hit me up. We called, chatted for like an hour and a half. He's also from my country. We were talking about like how he graduated college, can't find a job. And then I followed up on with him 2 days ago. How you doing, bro? I've been looking for jobs. I got a few interviews because it's very hard to find jobs out there, right? So I kind of I just told him my story because it was very relatable to his, and talking to it. So that made me like selfish as it is, it made me very happy, bro. And that's just kind of what I want to be remembered as in that person's life.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I respect that, bro. It's a very like fulfilling thing to like leave impact on people. And I think it's like you're saying, like going back to what you first said at the beginning of this podcast about not looking at yourself as a label, more as like someone who is trying to help others, right?
Mm-hmm. And I feel like the world would be a better place if more people proactively try to do that instead of chasing, like at the end of the day, chasing money, fame, whatever. It's like that shit will not fulfill you. And there's multiple examples, and I'm not saying it doesn't make your life easier, and that's something you should again proactively be chasing because it does make your life easier. But more, moreover, like we were saying earlier, to wrap this point up, your purpose is outside of yourself. So it's the people around me, my parents, my family. If I can make them smile during the day, whatever, that makes me feel good. And that makes me work better. That makes me like, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? If somebody's like arguing with somebody, it makes like if bad wife, bad life, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the true, that's the saying,
yeah.
right? Sorry, no, it's not bad wife. Mad wife. I don't fucking know. Mad wife, bad life or something. Something like that. Like if you're if like if you're the CEO of a company and your wife's mad at you, you're not gonna perform as well because like you've been arguing all night, whatever, and that's on your mind instead of what you should be doing. But if you're trying to keep everything cool, calm, you're communicating or you're trying to communicate, I feel like the world would be a better place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost like if every single person was a little less selfish, we wouldn't be in the problems we're in,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like if at least people like, I'm not saying I'm like perfect, bro. I at the end of the day, like I'm very imperfect, and I can say that. I can say that. I don't care, bro. Like I fuck up every day. I fuck up like literally every second. I'm not perfect, but as long as you're at least thinking about it and you're proactively like going into everything with pure intentions, right? And like you're trying to be less selfish, I feel like God gives you back 10 times more. And that's how
Hmm.
it's worked for me because that's what like the more I've been trying to do that, the more things have been coming towards me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Oh
Amazing,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
So, is there anything you want to say before I close out the podcast? Any, I guess, last things you want to say to the audience?
I'm not gonna lie, it's my first podcast. I was really nervous, but I'm chilling. I'm not gonna lie. I just hope everybody out there is safe. I pray for everybody who is going through something. You know, inshallah, everybody in this world, we all grow together, we all get better, we all get smarter, and yeah, bro, you can start your self improvement journey because this is where this insightful. Oh, I hope we're being insightful, but you can start your self improvement journey ASAP. You can start it today. You can start it whenever. Um, yeah, bro. Stay true to yourself. Fuck everybody else. Tunnel vision. Lock in, bro. All the cliche shit. What else can I say? Um, two birds, one stone. I don't fucking know, bro. Brother, I talk for itself, bro. I don't know. Yeah, you're
It's
better off
okay,
asking
bro.
me a question than telling me to freestyle, bro.
No worries, bro. This has been a
Hell
great
yeah, bro.
episode. Mustafa, if you could stay a bit after we're done recording, I want to talk to you about a couple things. But to everyone
For sure.
listening, thank you for making it this far. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Spotify, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Adios.
Crush a cold to a diamond, eyes forever shining. Your beauty alone inspire a nigga to rhyming.